Hello friends, and today we're going to model this tricky antique knife. The sizes are 25 by 6 centimeters, and let's just start. First thing first, I just want to create super quick one just to measure the size and actual holes inside of this mesh. So I believe it will be something like that. And something like 4 or 5 millimeters, I don't know. And let's just drop it inside of the blender pretty quickly. Here it is. Press the connect and do a refresh over here. So yeah, it is actually working and working pretty nice here. Beautiful. Maybe a bit wider over here, not so narrow. I definitely want this one to be a bit bigger. Maybe like that will be perfect. And I definitely want this thing over here to be a bit wider there. Something like that. Yeah, something like that will be better. Drop it over there to see it and kinda make it the way we can't touch it. Things and put them over here for the measurement. That's perfect. And these side ones should be also a little bit like that. We just need a corner box. I will do it like that. Just make it something like this. Put it a little bit higher here. That's nice. And let's move it over here just to match this thing like that, and drop it low somewhere over here. Okay, now I need this nice flow in, and I will do it from kind of like mesh. Let's just extrude it on some sort of 2 millimeters. Press tab just to have it from two sides. Let's drop it like this. I think it should be much thinner. Something like that would work perfectly. Okay, and I want this bastard to be on the front. Okay, let's make this. It's definitely something like that. Here I will drop something like Ctrl R and make it like this. And now I will select this lower portion and just extrude it over here like that. Perfect. Now the interesting part, I need to kinda move it a little bit here. So let me just hide this thing, RV, and rotate it like this. And the same for this one. It should have a nice cut here on the same level as that. And now we can RV, put it here, and just rotate it like that. So this is the nice shape we're starting getting here. Let me just bevel this thing like that. And let's bevel this one also. A nice kind of like this thing flow inside. Yeah, I think it's better to do a fillet first over here. Let's just hide this thing so it won't interrupt us. Let me just try to make it like this. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, something like that. And we definitely need a limit. Yeah, and I will drop it here. Change the direction of it. Yeah, something like this is already good. Let me move it a little bit here. And let me just do it like that. Nice. And I think I can just alt exit here and Q to merge it. And these things can be beveled. to have this beautiful roundish thing. I think not super hard like that, just like this, just to preserve this oval. Good, that's what I'm looking for. Just to have a better look how it should be, something like that. And now let's try to kind of create this spline over here, because it's definitely a spline that moves like that, something like that, definitely. And the same thing over here, it's kind of flowing like this, go here, and I think it ends up somewhere here. We just can do a schematics of it, like a little blueprint for us. Let's just move this one over here, just to have that feeling. And this one should be something like that, yeah. And just connect these bastards here for now. And yeah, I will basically perform a cut here like this. We'll take this one and I will alt exit there, and I will hit the trim over here like that. And although I want to trim these bad boys too, I think something like that should work good here. And let's just try to bridge them. Like this on G1. And the same here. G1. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we have this shape. Let's join it together. Pretty nice one. And let me just see how the pipe works here. Yeah, it works beautifully. Okay, and the next one is this circle around. Something like that, I think. Yeah, this is okay. And let's try to kind of snap it here and do something like that. But we need it in the center over here. Okay. So let's kick this thing out and let's move it over here. Should be definitely bigger like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but it definitely has more this type of thing. And this one is definitely going like that and meets somewhere with this thing. It's somewhere here. I think, yeah, it should be somewhere over here. Just to protect the hand from impact or something. Let's make it a bit bigger here. And just squeeze it a bit, like that. A bit bigger. Nice. Okay, so now we need to cut this circle just to have a nice solution. Like this, trim, get rid of that thing. And it goes there. So I will need to take this, and do Shift B here. And let's see what it offers us. G1. I think G2 is super good. And I will stick to that one. Maybe I will adjust it a bit. Separately, just like this. Maybe to have more of this tension here. Yeah, some sort of that thing. Let's leave it like that. Cool. Let me just join it together and try to pipe it again. And the last one is just to kind of draw it over there. Make a straight line here and then connect it with Shift B. So it definitely should be somewhere lower than this thing, somewhere here. Let's just drop it like that. Yeah, and I don't think it's like straight. I think it's a bit goes like that. Let's drop Shift S and try to maybe like play with it together like that. The only thing I know for sure, it definitely should be yeah, somewhere in the center here. So it's kind of wave it together like this. Yeah, let's do it. Shift B. It's G2 again. And let's kind of make it some sort of this thing. Okay, so yeah, let's basically drop a P. Make it like that. It's pretty good. And let's drop the scale to something like that. So we have barely touched these things here. And this one is pretty good over there. So here we have it. Right click. Let's just reduce the size of this thing because we need to connect it to this one. Okay, Shift X it and Shift X this one as well. So yeah, we basically need all this to connect to this. And so if we want it to work perfectly, we need to cut this thing accordingly like that. Yes, that's good. And let's do a couple more cuts here like this. It's not super necessary to have them at the same spots. So let's just test it a little. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for here. Let's right click to apply. That's good. And yeah, let's drop another one here and another one over here. Okay, so to actually alt exit, I need to take all of this, do a Shift D, hide this one for now, and work with this thing. So yeah, I will basically have the same kind of flow over here, like that. Let me just drop one more here and another one here. Okay. And now let me Alt X and make it like that. Q. Good. And let's do a Shift B. On a G2, select this, do Shift B as well, and select all of this and do a Shift J like that on the G1 or G2, the one that you like more. Let's do a G1. Okay, delete these things and let's kind of merge these bastards and drop here a Shift J on the G1. Okay, and let's repeat the process over here. It's not super hard to do, so let's just Shift B, G2, Shift B, G2, select all these things, Shift J, G1. Nice. Select this, Shift J, G1. Okay, we have some weirdness over here. I think it's better to drop G1 here. Something like that will work much better. Okay. And you know, we definitely can do Alt X and just make it like this, because it's the same, absolutely. And let's take this, and use a Shift J on the G1. Is it work good? Yeah, I think it's okay. I think we should do something like this. And let's cut it out like that. So Shift I, cut, good. And delete this one, Shift X. And now we can definitely try to Shift J it on G1. Yeah, now we have this nice solution over here, because it was nasty, not like that. Okay, and let's do the second part like this. Can I just do Alt X here? And yeah, it only Alt X'd the part. I believe that it only Alt X'd the part that I need. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it's actually done the thing that I thought it will do. Okay, so it Alt X'd just the portion that I selected. Perfect. Let's Alt H. Let me hide the top part and let me delete this one. Like this, Shift X. And join it together. F. And delete the redundant topology. Cool. Yeah, this one looks very cool, except of this part. Something wrong went here. Let's just quickly fix it. I'm not sure why it's wrong here, but I think that we can reduce it. It's not a big deal for us. Huh, something wrong here. It's kind of like two faces there. Strange. And it's still the shit. Where is boundary edge? So that's the boundary edges. Okay, we can do it a little bit different. Give me the thing before joining. Okay, Alt H. And where is the wrong one? So let me hide this and let me F boundary edges. So this is the boundary edges in this part. Okay, let me just Shift X it, Shift X it, Shift X and Shift X. I don't know. And Shift J, G1, F boundary edges. Yeah. So for some reason there was some sort of bad connection there. And if I believe, now I can just join them together and get the solid. Nice. F redundant topology. And no weird shit over here, I believe. No, here is just a little weird shit over here. You know what? Let's just select all of this three bastards. Shift exit like that. And just do... Okay, we'll drop a central line here. Just over here. Like this. I will connect it on the Shift B. Let's do G1. Let's select this one, drop this like that, G1, and correct it with this thing. Okay. Now we have some interesting shape here. but with some other problems. So let's drop a couple of them here like this, and the same one over here, and just do a Shift B on the G1 as well, and Shift B on the G1 here. I think now it should work. Shift J, G1, bulge, and select 3 correction lines here. You know, I like the result of this thing. Just have this interesting flow. I want to keep it. No, you can play with it and make it like ideal, like from this part, but definitely like tell me that this thing looks awful. It looks super cool. I want to keep it like that. Okay, so yeah, here's basically it. Here's basically the knife, and only thing left is this sphere, kind of like that, and just be like a new body. And let's Q to boolean it and T for keep tools, and drop something like that. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Here's your beautiful knife. Let me just hide this thing, and let me see the reference again. Yeah, that's it. We just redone this part a little bit, but in general it looks very beautiful. Very beautiful knife. Maybe, you know, I will drop one more bevel on this portion just to have it like that. Yeah, tickle off the reference. Yeah, that's cool. Look at this thing. Very good. So yeah, and let's drop it to Blender pretty quickly, do a quick render, and we're golden here. Let's super quickly recheck it here. Disable this. I will connect Plasticity and hit refresh. So where is my knife? Here it is. Control P, object. Yeah, that's perfect. Pretty good. Yeah, look at this thing. Very cool. Wow, flawless. Love it. Okay, so I don't need this one. And let's go to the scene with the render. I showed you how I set up all these things a lot of times, so I will drop the video about the materials and yada 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 in the description. It's about Y2K pager, so you can check it out, and there will be the material section, and I just set up the materials from like the zero, and you can kind of follow that. So yeah, and here I will just use all the materials that I already have for all these things. So I will just drop connect, drop refresh. Here's my knife. Let's position the camera something like that, I think. I really don't care like if this camera is upside down or something like that. I just want to have a beautiful picture over here. So yeah, and I will just turn the lights on and drop some metal material. So just two metallic BSDFs. This shit you can ignore, that things, yeah. And just two metallic BSDFs with tangent node, and yeah, here's basically it. It's just the experimental one. Don't look on that lower part. So yeah, here it is. And I will just kind of move the anisotropy and this thing just to have the same effect. It's kind of, yeah, look on these things. It's kind of purling noise here with the object. And yeah, and with this type of texture. So I think I will need it more aggressively here, just to have the same kind of pattern. Let's make it, I think, even more shinier, and this one even more darker, I think. Yeah, just to have this pattern, or maybe much more shinier. What do you think? Yeah, I think let it be shinier, just to evoke this interesting pattern. Yeah, I can definitely do it more rough or less rough. Let's do it more rough. The anisotropy, yeah, something like that. Let's see how it looks on the different. No, I don't like this one. I don't like this one. This one is the best. Drop it like this. Let me see. Yeah, I want to use Y here. Just hit the rotation. Maybe I can, I don't know. And here, what's the rotation gonna do? It's not gonna do much. Yeah, I think it's beautiful already. Just let's play with some lights. You can download them for free. It's the lights from my Blender light setup. It's available on the Gumroad. Just check the links in the description. It just make your render much more pronunciar. Yeah, much better, much more interesting. Yeah, so that's basically it. Maybe I can just kind of rotate it in some different way, position. I'm not sure. Let's try to do it like this. Let's maybe try to move some lights. Because I don't like this white thing there. Not sure who's given me that. Yeah, it's a global light. I don't like to move it, but no. I think here we should do kind of switch the places of this thing a little bit. Yeah, like this. Cool. Here's one more area light from the bottom if we need it. No, we don't. Okay, so here's your beautiful knife with this interesting pattern. You can render it out and show to your friends, parents, and yeah, you will definitely get some nice portion of respect, because to make these knives it takes some time and some patience. And yeah, and we like can bring the things a little bit higher. So we can just take this metallic BSDF. Yeah, I will just show you the handle here. And we can combine it together with this thing and use the gradient texture on the linear. And then we can use the Ctrl T. So we will have this thing, drop it to the object. I'll put it here for now. And I will make the separate XYZ. Yeah, separate XYZ and drop it here. And for now, I will use the red color here and a lot of roughness. Shift A, search color ramp over here. Good. So let's check X, Y, Z. Yeah, you can see the red color is appeared. And now we can. Okay, so I want the handle to be a bit different color. So let's make it like this. Yeah, that's perfect. And let's just change the color of it. So I want it to be darker metal, like that. Something like this. Yep. And let's make it more rough, like that. Maybe we can, yeah, something like this. Less anisotropy here. Yeah, that's much more interesting already. Let's drop it like this, like a black metal. But I want it to be a little bit tinted with the blue, so it kind of matches the whole thing here. Like this, I think. Yeah, like this, like this. This is pretty cool. And let's take this color here to this ball. So we'll just Control V, and make this one a little bit lighter, like that. And yep, I will just copy this one, go back to this thing, Control V it over here, join it together, and use the same pattern from here to this thing. And now I will have an interesting, yes, this. And let's see. Oh, I just used the wrong one. Okay, I need the pattern from here, from this one, from the noise that is actually goes to the first thing. So I will just duplicate it over here. Yeah, and now I have the thing. Yeah, my fault. Let me just make it like this. And I will drop it somewhere here. So it will be much more visually pleasant. And move it here. Yeah, that's good. So basically, yeah, here is the color ramp for this madness over here, for this Berlin noise. Here is one setup with BSDF, which is a bit darker, and here is another setup with metallic BSDFs. The same tangent, the same all these things, maybe a little bit altered all this roughness and metalness. On your taste, you can play as you wish with these numbers here. Maybe I want to make this one even more darker, you know, why not? To make it like that. It will be even cooler. Yeah, like this. Look at this thing. Pretty much interesting one. Oh, or alter it a bit. Yeah, just to make it more kind of in this thing. Okay, and yeah, and basically you just drop it together and use this gradient stuff. And you can play on how far this thing goes there. Something like that. I like it like that. That's perfect. Maybe some B-spline here, just to make it more gradual. Yeah, it's not super intense over there. That's good. So okay, here you have it. Here's your beautiful, beautiful knife. I hope you feel good. I hope you create cool things every day. Stay healthy, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.